Good morning and welcome. Thank you for joining me here today. If you found yourself here, there might be a message for your healing journey, soul's evolution, transformation, or simply information. Today, we'd like to talk a little bit about the narcissist. You've been in a relationship with one, you are an empath or intuitive or a light worker. And if you're wondering, do they ever regret hurting you? Well, the answers are they don't regret hurting you. They don't really show a lot of emotion or have them. And those that have had addictions or personality disorders, um, maybe their whole intention from the very beginning was to hurt you. They do typically seek out light workers so they can receive your gifts or your healing because they long for it. A lot of them have childhood wounds or mother wounds, abandonment wounds, and they did receive that love. And if you gave it to them, they one probably enjoyed it or took it, but then two resented you for it, especially if you were in care of their children. They were jealous of it. They may have been a good parent themselves for a while, or maybe what you witnessed, but maybe they didn't have that as a child. And maybe you never met their family, or maybe you did. But the narcissist typically lives for the moment. They continue to hurt other people because they can, and they seek revenge. It's a challenge for them. And narcissists typically believe that we are vulnerable, we're naive, we're gullible, we're kind, we live with integrity, and we don't hurt others. And they play or prey upon our vulnerability, which is actually a strength, but it's our kindness. And they have every intention from the beginning to set out to tear you down or hurt you. Some of them on the more evil side, dealing in the dark arts, will do things from the get go to get you to work with them or be with them. Or maybe they've worked with you as a client or as a professional. They steal your work, they steal your identity, they steal everything from you. Sometimes they take on your own personality, or they desire to, or they collaborate with other people. So it depends on the dynamic of it and the duration. And if you've left them, they're behind the scenes doing other things to you that you probably aren't aware of till years later. So it's if they have multiple personalities and or addictions, it's probably best to distance yourself to protect yourself and keep safe. If there's no problems, that's great. But if there are problems that arise, you probably need to seek professional help or get an order in place from an attorney that can help advocate for you because it can become dangerous if they dabble in the dark and they have lots of addictions and or multiple personalities and are dangerous to themselves and others. So will they hurt you? They see pain in your eyes. They're on the evil side of it. They like that. They like to see you suffer and fix it because we, as empaths, don't like to see people suffer or suffer in silence. We want to help if help is needed, especially if you have a client base that comes to you for same or similar. You might have clients that have same or similar issues that you did, and then you can help them heal because you understand. But again, try not to take on their karma or get too close because, again, they'll take advantage and capitalize on your every goodness that you have. They do live in the moment. They like to inflict pain. And it's like a dopamine high once they see you in fear in your eyes because you're solid and you walk in peace and you bring peace to a lot of different people and balance to their life and like that. They're chaotic people, erratic. They like to hurt empaths in more ways than you can even imagine, especially if they deal in the dark arts, dark magic, voodoo, witchcraft, sacrificing things, and part of secret societies and crazy banana stuff. So I would be very careful and cautious if you are ever involved with a person like that. So they will physically, mentally, emotionally, verbally, financially, and spiritually, probably sexually as well, violate you in all ways. Whether you are aware of it or not, it does become aware that you are sort of under a spell, pun intended. So be very mindful that you have backup support and or distance yourself from them in a safe circle of people that understand what's going on. So So, yes, it's a big thing for empaths and narcissists to them to seek you out. Certainly, maybe wanted to help them because you had compassion and understand on an energetic level. You could feel it in their body. But if they feel true power over you and your vulnerability because you're trying to help them, that's what they like. Because they know you can't ever fix something that they're unwilling to unpack and fix themselves. The more you try, the more they laugh at you. They'll break you or try to because they want you to help, is what they say. They're master manipulators and they try and control every aspect of their life. Usually, they're out of control. So they like to feel the power over everybody, especially the empath is trying to help and heal, right? Because that's what they say they want. The narcissist believes that their dirty deeds will never be discovered, right? After all, they hide behind scenes. They never probably get their own hands dirty except for IT, wizardry. They probably know how to do a lot of that. They stalk you, harass you, pick your phones, turn your cameras on, and do a lot of crazy bananas, stalk you, and probably track you. So there's a lot of things they do to keep tabs on you and all of their exes, just in case they need something. They know where everybody is. That all the players are, right? A great chess game. The empath, um, that relationship, hopefully you'll be able to move on and heal from it. Um, don't try and play the victim because it would be a great role in your healing process. They do try and destroy you at every level. So watch and document everything because your credibility, your integrity is at stake. They do try and steal your identity. Identity theft and fraud is usually intentional. And even if you've not given it to them, they already have it. Maybe you travel with them, so they obtained it and say you gave it to them. So they're sneaky, so be careful. They destroy friends and family and relationships intentionally. Their premeditated destruction is phenomenal. And they learn a lot from different criminal movies. So you'd be surprised what they do. They steal your body, mind, and soul, but maybe everything that you have. If you're like me, just leave it and run. Take what you need to go. You can always rebuild. Hopefully, you have family and friends in a circle of trust that you are aware of, that you can be a part of. But are they ever regretful of hurting you? I'm not sure. It depends on the level of where they are and if they have addictions or if they're capable of having emotions. But God has a plan, or whoever you believe in. And if you're here listening and you've been through the murky waters and the phoenix rising and you now are living with your lotus flower blooming, good. Go ahead and smell the flowers because it matters. And it's not fair. No, a lot of things are unjust what they've done. Yes, hopefully the legal system isn't corrupt like some of the ones I've dealt with, but you actually matter. And I'm telling you, keep a log, keep a journal in a safe place, and keep your identity in check. Run credit checks as often as you can, and live through your experience. Talk about it. Bring your power back because faith over fear will help you on your healing journey. Just remember you are powerful and you are here. You have God given gifts or whoever you believe in to use for the good. If you are using those for the good, I see the light in you because it is the light in me that we share. So just remember, be on the up and up, live with intention, and have discernment of who you have in your circle of trust. Just remember the demons that lie in others are not something for you to worry about exercising or a shaman or whoever. They will live that way and they sold, it, sold their soul to the devil. So a lot of times the narcissists cannot be saved. They are so far gone, and especially if they have addictions and they have multiple personalities, there are such things as Klingons, walk-ins, that are lost souls that jump into these bodies that have addictions and they walk in there and they do destruction. So they are very dangerous. So I would say be careful, and they shapeshift a lot and they kind of mimic and clone and do a lot of different things. So they're not ever truly themselves. So the best way for you to save yourself is to get out of this situation and get an order of protection in place for 50 years. That should take care of things, and make sure you log everything. If you have people following you, taking pictures of you, take pictures back of them, get the plate and the truck and the make, and report everything because it's valid and it matters. If your phones are being tapped and your accounts are being hacked, report it because it matters. Change. And if you have phones, your IP address, and look at your modem and your router, you can see who's on there, who's not, what should be there and what's not. They have people that stalk you 24/7, 365. And if they're in the dark arts, they do a lot of shit behind the scenes. And I'm not saying study it because I don't believe in it. I think it's a bunch of horse shit. And if you need something done, love is the highest form of abundance, and that's what matters. And they need to heal their childhood wounds and trauma versus trying to control other people using flying monkeys and everybody else to conjure up a bunch of shit to hurt you. So I hope this helps you today, and just be careful because you matter, and heal yourself, save yourself, and take care of you. Namaste.